What's up, One World? It's that one girl here, and I'm back with another video. Today, I want to share an experience with you all that I have never personally had before, and it was kind of ridiculous. If you haven't already liked this video, go ahead and do that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. I don't understand why you wouldn't. And click the bell so you can turn your post notifications on and be notified every single time that I post a new video. Let's get into it. This is my experience going to Popeyes this past week. Shout out to my best friend CeeCee and my friend Dom that went with me on this journey. Well, technically I went with them because Dom was driving. And anyway, many of y'all really don't know, but I love Popeyes. And I'm not really the biggest fan of fast food, but something about Popeyes, it just makes me weak. Like crunchy chicken, crispy, fried chicken, it's just amazing. I can't stand soft skin on a fried chicken. That doesn't even make sense. It was my friend's birthday. Shout out to you, CeeCee. She's also a YouTuber, so I'm gonna drop that down below. Click her link, subscribe to my friend, support her, period. And say happy belated birthday because sis is grown. I'm going to celebrate CeeCee's birthday with her, and I volunteered to bring Popeyes because who doesn't like Popeyes? And even if the other people didn't want it or didn't choose to eat it, I would still have Popeyes. I live about 45 minutes from the party location, and I worked earlier during the day, so I'm like, hey, okay, this is when I get off. This is when the party starts. I have my whole schedule arranged. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put in the order for Popeyes so when I get to Baltimore, I can just go ahead and pick it up. I showered, I ate, I did what I had to do after work, and then it's like 4:30 p.m. And I'm like, hey, I have time to still kick it with my parents for a little bit before I even had to walk out the door. I put in the order for Popeyes, right? Here are the receipts, y'all. I have receipts. I put in this order for Popeyes, and I'm like, okay, perfect. This place isn't too far from the spot. We can pick it up on the way there, and it's hot and fresh and crispy. All it said was, make sure to pick up before 10:30 p.m. Me, CeeCee, and Dom are riding to the party. So I'm like, okay, let me get to the crib with enough time for me to go ahead and put my stuff down there, and we can go get the Popeyes as a unit. I arrive at their spot around 7:30 p.m. And, the party was at 8, but it was fine. It was gonna be enough time. So I thought. We head to Popeyes, right? The way I ordered it was so that all you had to do was pull up to the drive-thru. Again, here on the receipt, it says, all you have to do is pull up to the drive-thru and tell them that you put in an order. First of all, there are like 3 cars in front of us, but one of those cars decides to order the whole menu, bruh.
What do I want? Let me get a...
Like 20 minutes later, we're at the order thing, and I'm ready. I'm like, Dom, this is what I got, and he's like, what's the order number? Whatever. And I tell him, and he rolls his window down. Prepared. We had to wait like another 5 to 10 minutes for somebody to even get there to say,
Can I take your order?
So we're sitting there in the car, and Dom was like, and Kiki's like, and I'm like, so should we just pull up to the other one? Because should we just pull up to the window and just tell them like what is happening? So Dom is like, no, they're coming. They're gonna. Yeah, so we wait. Some lady comes up to the order thing and she's like, hi, welcome to Popeyes, can I help you? Or something like that. Dom is like, we're here to pick up an order that was put in online. She goes, let me check to see if that order was canceled, because we canceled some orders. Yo, what? What? She's like, what's the order number? And he gives it to her and she's like, yeah, we canceled that order. I'm like, she did not cancel my payment, so I'm confused. At this point, I have an attitude. Dom is like, why was the order canceled? And she's like, we didn't have 2 of her items. And Dom was like, which items? And she's like, we didn't have her items. And we're like, sis, are you missing the chicken, the mashed potatoes, the fry? Like, what are you missing? Which items were not there for you to put in this order? I don't remember what exactly she said, but something like, oh, you can come up to the window. Because we were like, how is it canceled? So we roll up to the window, and sis has on the little headpiece, for Popeyes drive-thru, and she's like,
yeah, we canceled that order.
And I'm just sitting there in the back seat, upset. And Dom is sitting at the window like, so what do we do? And she's like,
oh, we can't make it for you, but you're gonna have to wait like 24 minutes.
Not 20, not 25, 24 minutes. At this point, Dom is just ready to party. So he's like, okay. Kiki is like cracking up because she's like, how can you just cancel and not let somebody know? That doesn't even make sense. I'm still in the back with an attitude. I asked Dom, please roll down my window because I didn't even have the strength to go ahead and do it myself. I was so upset. Dom rolls down my window and I'm like, how did you cancel my order when I put it in at 4:30 p.m.? At this point, it's like 8:30. She's like,
Wait, what's the order again?
I was like, it's an order for Sherman. 4:30 p.m. She's like,
Let me see.
I show her the phone with the time and the little thing that says, you know, just come to the drive-thru and say your name or give them the order, whatever it says. And she's like,
oh, okay, we can make that for you. You still gonna have to wait, but you can just pull up over there.
and closes the window. At this point, I'm not even irritated anymore. I just think it's funny. I'm like, so you really just canceled the order? You didn't let the person know? You didn't send the money back? Like nothing? You just decided not to fix my food? We are like cracking up in the car, except Dom. Dom was kind of mad. He was like, I'm really not trying to wait for this food. And I'm like, well, without my money, I'm not going anywhere. So it's either the food or the money. They have to pick one. Kiki is cracking up because she's really like, yo, how? Like, how did you decide to go ahead and cancel somebody's order and not tell them, not give them the money back? 24 minutes? We pull up to their little curbside pickup thing and we're waiting. And Kiki's like, I wonder if it's actually going to take 24 minutes. And I'm like, I still have an attitude. Dom's like, I don't even understand. Like, I'm really not trying to wait for this. And Kiki's like, but why 24? Like, why 24 minutes? And we were all just like, yeah, this is not real. We wait, you know, in the little spot. There's a security guard in there we can see in the Popeyes. And we couldn't tell if he was guarding the Popeyes or if he was guarding his own food. Maybe they canceled it too. We don't know. He looks out into the car, you know, we wave, he waved back. Well, I waved. Kiki was laughing at me for waving. She was like, why? And I'm mad he actually waved back. The crazy part, right? After waiting probably 24 minutes, maybe 27, I don't know. This younger girl, not headphone sis, a different girl comes out and she has on her mask and she has a bag in her right hand. We're all in the car like, is that our order? What's happening? And she is walking around lost, y'all, with a bag of Popeyes in her hand. She is lost. I'm good and irritated. And Kiki and Dom just think it's so funny that I'm really like, what? I just wanted Popeyes. That's all I wanted. So I roll down the window with my face fixed. She takes like 2 steps back. And we are all looking at each other like, what is wrong with this girl? And the two of them are laughing, but the window's down, so I'm trying to I'm really just looking at her like, what is wrong with you? I wasn't aggressive or anything. All I did was put down the window, but my face is fixed because I had to wait 24 minutes. With my window rolled down, I'm like, is that the 12-piece family meal? She takes more steps back, y'all, and she goes,
hold on, wait, I'm confused.
Runs back into the Popeyes. We are dying laughing at this point because we're like, yo, what? How do you come out with a bag in your hand? You don't know what's in the order. You don't know who the order is for. You was just bringing Popeyes out to whoever said it was. Again, we're sitting there waiting. I don't know if they remember that people can see them through the window, but we're really sitting there in the car looking at them all confused. The security guard, the headphone sis, the confused sis, everybody just looks confused. And they're like looking at the bag and looking out. And I see headphone sis like, after we wait even longer, after seeing the food come out, I knew it was mine. I'm just telling y'all. But anyway, headphone sis comes out and she comes up to the car and she's like,
Here you go.
Just hands it to me and walks back in. I'm like, thank you for your customer service, ma'am. Kiki, Dom, and I are cracking up. And then Dom gets mad again because he's like, yo, like they really took up all that time. I really was not here for waiting, but it was not my order. I'm in the back seat checking because, you know, y'all took 24 minutes. Actually, longer, but whatever. I look inside and I'm like, okay, biscuits, fries, mashed potatoes, chicken. Kiki and Dom are like, you got it? Like, is the order straight? And I'm like, you know what? It's close enough at this point. Let's go to the party. Told y'all before, we got there like 8:32 or something like that. I know this because I had the timestamp because my boyfriend called. We left there at like 9:20. There was no reason. There was absolutely no reason. There weren't even that many cars in front of us. I love Popeyes. I have never had an experience like that. Maybe it was the location, I don't know. But that joint was crazy. And sis was so fat. Like, she was freaking out that she did not know what she brought out to the car, that she didn't even know if the order belonged to. It was just a hot mess. But I'm glad I got my chicken at the end of the day. Alright, y'all, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched to the end, comment love that chicken. If you haven't already liked this video, go ahead and do that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. I don't understand why you wouldn't. And click the bell so you can turn your post notifications on and be notified every single time that I post a new video. We are growing, y'all. We growing. I am speaking it into existence by the time this video posts that we will be at 500 subscribers on our way to 1K. Please, 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 please share this video. Share this video with a volunteer, with a cashier, even a lady in cashmere. I don't care. Love you guys. Deuces.
Yeah.